This is the ocean that birthed Polynesian star navigators and swallowed Magellan's ships, a water world so expansive it defies human scale, where horizon lines curve with the planet itself. Spanning 165 million square kilometers, the Pacific Ocean cradles entire civilizations within its embrace, from the volcanic chains to the coral atolls of Micronesia, from the bustling archipelagos to the remote islands of Polynesia. This colossal marine kingdom doesn't merely separate continents, it connects them through a tapestry of nations, cultures, and island paradises that have shaped human history for millennia. Along its vast rim, the Pacific touches the shores of dozens of countries. From the technological powerhouses of America and Australia to the ancient cultures of Peru and Chile, from the sprawling coastlines of New Zealand to the tropical nations of the South Pacific. Each island, each nation tells a unique story of adaptation, exploration, and survival in this oceanic realm. The Pacific's island chains serve as stepping stones between continents, where Polynesian voyagers once navigated by stars across thousands of kilometers of open water. This is not merely an ocean, it's a world unto itself, where thousands of islands dot the blue expanse like scattered jewels, each harboring distinct ecosystems, languages, and ways of life. Are you ready to embark on a journey into the most magnificent and mysterious realm on Earth? In the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, where azure waters meet endless horizons, lies a collection of pristine tropical paradises that have captivated visitors for generations. Onetahi is one of the remarkable motus that forms part of the stunning Tetearoa Atoll in French Polynesia. This atoll belongs to the Windward Group of the Society Islands, an overseas territorial collectivity of France in the Pacific Ocean. Located approximately 57.1 kilometers from Papeete, the capital city, Onetahi represents one of the most beautiful coastal destinations in the region. The islet gained international recognition when legendary actor Marlon Brando established a simple island retreat there during the 1970 and 1980. Natahi Beach ranks as the third most beautiful out of 19 beaches in the Windward Islands region. The crystal-clear waters surrounding the islet provide ideal conditions for swimming, snorkeling, and marine exploration. The island's ecosystem remains remarkably well preserved, supporting diverse tropical flora and fauna. Today, the islets operate under a 99-year lease, originally signed by Marlon Brando. The remote location offers visitors an escape from modern civilization while maintaining access to luxury amenities. Natahi continues to embody the quintessential South Pacific island experience, where natural beauty and tranquility converge in perfect harmony. Now, before we move on to the next destination, here's a fun question for you. Which Pacific feature is the largest continuous coral reef system on the planet? Comment your guess. The symphony of waves, wind, and whispering trees defines the rhythm of Bora Bora, where nature orchestrates a perpetual melody of paradise that has captivated hearts for centuries. Known as the Pearl of the Pacific, this jewel stands as one of the most visited islands in French Polynesia. The island's Tahitian name, Pora Pora, means firstborn, reflecting ancient traditions that describe it as the first island created after Ra-i-a-te-a. Born from volcanic activity 3 million years ago, Bora Bora majestically rises from the Pacific, with Mount Otomanu, a 727-meter high extinct volcanic peak, dominating its center. Despite its compact dimensions, this mountainous island packs an extraordinary diversity of natural wonders within its modest boundaries. According to local legend, the spirit of God descended upon Mount Otomanu atop a rainbow, imbuing the island with a mystical quality that visitors still feel today. Bora Bora's human history dates back to 850 CE, when Polynesian settlers arrived. They established a warrior culture famed for fiercely protecting their homeland. Emerging from the ocean depths millennia ago as a dormant volcano, Bora Bora's unique wildlife has migrated over recent centuries, creating an ecosystem unlike anywhere else on Earth. The island's turquoise lagoon, protected by a barrier reef, creates a natural sanctuary where marine life flourishes in crystal-clear waters of unparalleled beauty. During World War II, Bora Bora served as a crucial Allied naval base, with ships sheltering in the Te Ava Nui Channel, adding to its strategic importance. Today, most luxury resorts are built on their own private modus, where guests can experience ultimate seclusion with room service delivered by traditional outrigger canoes. The island's overwater bungalows have become iconic symbols of tropical luxury, offering direct access to the lagoon's warm, inviting waters. Traditional Polynesian culture remains vibrantly alive through local festivals, authentic cuisine, and the warm hospitality of the island's residents. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. The Rock Island's southern lagoon spans 100,200 hectares, with 445 uninhabited limestone islands of volcanic origin. These islands display unique mushroom-like shapes rising from turquoise lagoons surrounded by pristine coral reefs. In 2012, Palau's Rock Island's southern lagoon achieved UNESCO World Heritage Site status for its spectacular landscapes and ecological significance. The most famous is Jellyfish Lake, where millions of harmless golden jellyfish create an otherworldly swimming experience. At the edge of the world lies a destination that redefines beauty, where ancient Polynesian traditions meet pristine tropical splendor in perfect harmony. Fiji encompasses an archipelago of some 300 islands and 540 islets scattered across the crystalline waters of the South Pacific Ocean. Located approximately 1,300 miles north of Auckland, New Zealand, this island nation surrounds the magnificent Coral Sea in the Southern Hemisphere. The first waves of human civilization reached these shores at least 3,500 years ago, when Austronesian peoples arrived around 1100–1000 BC. Dutch explorer Abel Tasman accidentally discovered Fiji in 1643, followed by Captain James Cook in 1774. On the 10th of October, 1874, Fiji became a British crown colony after negotiations led to unconditional cession to the empire. Today, Fiji stands proudly as the soft coral capital of the world, earning this prestigious title through its extraordinary underwater ecosystems. The legendary Rainbow Reef near Tavuni Island showcases over 30 dive sites where vibrant soft corals create underwater gardens of unparalleled beauty. Beneath the surface, colorful coral-encrusted reefs teem with constellations of fusiliers, schools of barracuda, jacks, and triggerfish swimming alongside occasional reef sharks. Mesmerizing clouds of pulsating bright orange and pink anthias dance among the corals, creating jaw-dropping underwater spectacles. The marine biodiversity features unique species like coral trout, freshwater gobies, and anemone fish, all playing vital roles in the reef ecosystem. Fiji's geography has made it both a destination and crossroads for Pacific migrations for centuries, enriching its cultural tapestry. The islands blend Melanesian and Polynesian influences with modern Pacific culture, creating a unique identity celebrated worldwide. Conservation efforts focus on protecting these fragile marine reefs and pristine ecosystems for future generations. Standing on Fiji's shores, visitors witness not just natural beauty, but a living testament to the Pacific's enduring magic and cultural heritage. In 1952, the Earth convulsed and unleashed its fury as Barcina volcano was born in a devastating eruption that forever transformed San Benedicto Island in the Pacific Ocean. This severe Vulcanian eruption sent pyroclastic flows across the entire island, burying it under up to 3 meters of ash and pumice. The catastrophic event nearly wiped out the San Benedicto ecosystem and caused the extinction of the endemic San Benedicto rock wren. Located 350 kilometers south of Baja California's tip, San Benedicto is the northeasternmost island of the Revillagigedo archipelago. This remote volcanic paradise is merely the summit of a massive submarine volcano that rises from the Pacific Ocean floor at depths of around 3 kilometers. The island measures 4.8 by 2.4 kilometers and reaches its highest point at Barasinas Peak, standing 332 meters above sea level. From the ashes of destruction, San Benedicto has emerged as one of the world's premier diving destinations, renowned for extraordinary marine encounters. The island attracts scuba divers worldwide for underwater encounters with dolphins, sharks, giant manta rays, and other pelagic species at the famous dive site called the Boiler. The giant Pacific mantas that inhabit these waters are the largest of all rays. What makes San Benedicto truly magical is that these resident mantas actually choose to approach divers, swooping inches above them to feel bubbles tickle their bellies at El Boiler. Beyond mantas, divers can encounter white tip, reef, silver tip, Galapagos, silky, hammerhead, and thresher sharks, with chances of spotting tiger sharks and whale sharks. The waters also host false killer whales, pilot whales, seasonal humpback whales, sea turtles, and massive schools of fish. The volcanic landscape above water tells the story of nature's incredible resilience and regenerative power. Since the 1952 eruption, the ecosystem has remarkably recovered, demonstrating life's extraordinary ability to reclaim devastated environments. This living lab shows Earth's repair manual. San Benedicto's recolonization by boobies and cacti rewrote ecological recovery timelines. Have you ever dived into the emerald waters off San Benedicto Island to explore its towering volcanic pinnacles? Comment 1 if you have, or 2 if it's next on your bucket list. Deep in the Pacific Ocean, 600 miles west of Ecuador's mainland, lies an archipelago born from fire and shaped by evolution itself. The Galapagos Islands emerged from violent volcanic eruptions over millions of years, created by a geological hotspot that continues to forge new land from the ocean floor. This chain of 19 major islands and numerous smaller islets was formed between 3 and 5 million years ago through repeated volcanic activity. Like Hawaii, the Galapagos sits above a mantle plume, a column of hot rock roughly 100 kilometers in diameter that rises from deep within the Earth's core. The island's geological youth means that 6 volcanoes remain active today, with one on Fernandina and 5 on Isabella, continuing to reshape the landscape. In 1959, the Ecuadorian government declared nearly all of the Galapagos Islands a national park, protecting this unique ecosystem for future generations. The islands host some of the highest levels of endemism on Earth, with about 80% of land birds, 97% of reptiles and land mammals, and more than 30% of plants found nowhere else on the planet. Darwin's finches represent perhaps the most famous example of adaptive radiation, with 14 species evolving from a common ancestor to fill different ecological niches. The archipelago also harbors giant tortoises, marine iguanas, fur seals, sea lions, and an incredible diversity of sharks and rays in its surrounding waters. These unique species provided Darwin with unprecedented insights into adaptation and speciation, serving as a living laboratory that challenged 19th century scientific thinking. The islands remain arguably the best place on Earth to witness evolution in action, where species continue to adapt and evolve in isolated habitats. Birds and reptiles were among the first animals to arrive via long ocean journeys, eventually giving rise to endemic species like Galapagos giant tortoises. The Galapagos remains an extraordinary natural laboratory, showcasing nature's remarkable ability to create and sustain life. Stretching across 344,400 square kilometers off Australia's northeastern coast, the Great Barrier Reef stands as the world's largest coral reef system and the planet's biggest single structure made by living organisms. This natural wonder extends for over 2,300 kilometers from Cape York Peninsula in the north to Bundaberg in the south, with its width ranging from 60 to 250 kilometers. Located in the Coral Sea, the reef is separated from the Australian mainland by a channel that reaches 160 kilometers wide in places and plunges over 61 meters deep. The Great Barrier Reef can be seen from outer space, making it one of the few living structures visible to astronauts orbiting Earth. Composed of over 2,900 individual reefs and coral cays, this marine ecosystem represents one of the most biodiverse places on our planet. The reef hosts over 1,500 species of fish, approximately 400 species of coral, 4,000 species of mollusks, and some 240 species of birds. No other World Heritage property contains such extraordinary biodiversity, with over 9,000 known species calling this underwater paradise home. Among its most famous residents are the iconic clownfish, made globally famous by Disney Pixar's Finding Nemo. The ecosystem also supports 6 of the world's 7 species of marine turtles, along with whales, dolphins, and countless other marine creatures. In recognition of its outstanding universal value, UNESCO designated the Great Barrier Reef as a World Heritage Site, protecting this natural treasure for future generations. In the heart of the South Pacific Ocean lies a jewel so pristine that it has been hailed as the world's most beautiful island, Aitutaki, a paradisiacal atoll in the Cook Islands. The island's crown jewel is its magnificent turquoise lagoon, enclosed by a coral reef and dotted with 15 islets that create a picture-perfect tropical paradise. This enormous sunlit lagoon widens dramatically to the south, creating a sanctuary of crystal-clear waters that shimmer under the Pacific Sunday. Aitutaki's human history traces back to Polynesian settlers who arrived between 200 BC and 200 AD. According to local legend, Aitutakians believe they are descended from Ru, the famous seafaring warrior who arrived from Avaiki, the legendary homeland of early Polynesians. The island holds special significance in Cook Islands history, as it was the first to accept Christianity. In 2010, Lonely Planet named Aitutaki the world's most beautiful island, cementing its reputation as one of the Pacific's premier destinations. After Rarotonga, Aitutaki has become the second most visited island in the Cook Islands, attracting travelers seeking pristine beaches and romantic escapes. The island features the Cook Islands' only overwater bungalows, offering guests an exclusive luxury experience above the lagoon's turquoise waters. Local culture thrives through traditional music and dance, with residents proudly claiming that Aitutaki produces the best dancers and drummers in the entire Cook Islands. The lagoon is filled with colorful coral reefs and abundant marine life, making it a paradise for snorkeling and diving enthusiasts. The Cook Islands' beating heart, Rarotonga defies the modern clock, where volcanic peaks guard jungle trails, coral reefs pulse with life, and island time isn't just a phrase but a way of being. Located northeast of New Zealand, this volcanic paradise serves as the cultural heart of the nation. The island rises dramatically from the ocean floor at 14,750 feet before breaking the surface as a 20-mile circumference tropical haven. Taimanga stands as the highest peak at 652 meters, surrounded by rugged mountains that form the island's backbone. The iconic Te Rua Manga, known as the Needle, pierces the sky at 413 meters above sea level. This breccia spire was created 1.5 million years ago, when the central volcano collapsed into a U-shaped caldera. A fertile coastal plain surrounds the mountainous interior, formed from ancient raised coral reef covered with rich sediment. The island is encircled by a pristine lagoon that extends to a protective coral reef before dropping into deep Pacific waters. Polynesian settlers first arrived during the 13th century, establishing 6 main tribes that shaped the island's cultural foundation. These early inhabitants created a sophisticated social structure led by ariki, with land divided into tapiri sections. Traditional Cook Islands culture thrives through music, dance performances, and conversations heard in local markets. The island gained its current name from Russian explorers who honored Captain James Cook in 1823. Rarotonga holds political significance as the site where the South Pacific Nuclear Free Zone Treaty was signed in 1985. Today, the island is home to the majority of Cook Islands residents and serves as the main gateway for visitors. The Tasman Sea is more than just a destination. It represents one of Earth's most formidable bodies of water, bridging Australia and New Zealand. This section of the southwestern Pacific Ocean stretches 2,250 kilometers wide and covers 2.3 million square kilometers. Named after Dutch explorer Abel Tasman, who first encountered New Zealand and Tasmania in 1642, this sea carries centuries of maritime history. The Maori people called these waters Te Tai o Rehua, reflecting its deep cultural significance to New Zealand's indigenous peoples. Captain James Cook extensively navigated the Tasman Sea in the 1770 during his first voyage of exploration. The sea plunges to a maximum depth of 5,943 meters, creating deep ocean basins that harbor unique marine ecosystems. Research expeditions have discovered over 500 fish species and 1,300 invertebrate species in these depths. Among remarkable discoveries was the tooth of a megalodon, an extinct prehistoric shark that once ruled these waters. In 1876, the first telegraph cable connecting Australia and New Zealand was laid across the Tasman Sea floor. The sea spans approximately 1,200 miles west to east and 1,700 miles north to south. Weather conditions are notoriously variable and dangerous, with westerly winds in the south and easterly winds in the north. The sea has earned an infamous reputation for rough conditions, where the Pacific meets the Southern Ocean. Modern sailors crossing the Tasman Ditch must respect its unpredictable nature and prepare for sudden weather changes. The ecosystem relies on upwelling currents to support diverse marine life in this nutrient-poor environment. Standing on either shore, the Tasman Sea represents both a barrier and bridge, connecting two nations while demanding respect for its oceanic power. We collect details from various places. If you notice something that's not quite right or want to share more, please leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. An extraordinary archipelago that holds the unique distinction of being the only Pacific island nation never formally colonized by a foreign power. Comprising approximately 170 islands, divided into three main groups, this Polynesian paradise has maintained its sovereignty for over a millennium. First inhabited about 3,000 years ago by Austronesian-speaking people of the Lapita culture, Tonga's rich history spans centuries of indigenous rule. From at least the 10th century CE, Tonga was ruled by a sacred line of kings and queens, establishing one of the world's oldest continuous monarchies. Beginning about 800 years ago, powerful Tongan chiefdoms arose and successfully united the entire archipelago, creating an empire that once extended across 1,000 miles of the Pacific Ocean. Today, Tonga remains the last surviving Polynesian monarchy, having evolved into a constitutional monarchy since 1875. While it became a British protectorate from 1900 to 1970 to discourage German advances, Tonga maintained its internal governance and achieved full independence on the 4th of June, 1970. The kingdom joined the Commonwealth of Nations in 1970 and the United Nations in 1999, while never losing its indigenous governance system, making it unique in the Pacific. Historically known as the Friendly Islands by early European explorers, Tonga continues to preserve its ancient Polynesian culture and traditions under its modern constitutional monarchy. This is the Pacific's last unbroken Polynesian kingdom, where ocean voyagers' traditions still steer the course in a modernizing world. From the moment you arrive, you're greeted by the intoxicating scent of vanilla and frangipani blossoms carried on warm Pacific trade winds. Tahiti emerges from turquoise waters. As the largest island in French Polynesia, its volcanic peaks crowned by Mount Orohina at 2,241 meters. The island's dramatic coastline alternates between pristine black volcanic sand beaches and white coral shores along its 45-kilometer width. Lush tropical rainforests cascade down mountainous slopes where waterfalls plunge into hidden lagoons of crystalline blue. The famous Black Pearl Lagoons shimmer around the island, reflecting towering peaks while gentle waves lap against vibrant coral gardens. Hibiscus and Tiare Tahiti blossoms perfume the air with sweet fragrance, creating the island's signature sensual atmosphere. Traditional thatched roof fair houses dot the landscape, their pandanus leaf roofs harmonizing with the natural surroundings. Papeete, the capital on the northwestern coast, blends Polynesian culture with French colonial charm amid tropical gardens. Tahiti's sunsets paint the sky in brilliant oranges and purples, casting golden reflections across lagoons so clear you can see tropical fish below. The legendary Teahupo'o showcases nature's power where massive Pacific swells crash against the reef in thunderous displays. Gardens overflow with bird of paradise, bougainvillea, and gardenia against the backdrop of emerald mountains. Coral reefs form underwater cathedrals, where rays glide over rainbow-colored soft coral formations. Trade winds rustle through coconut groves, carrying the sound of Tahitian drums and children's laughter from warm lagoons. Every vista seems divinely painted, from mist-shrouded peaks at dawn to moonlit waters reflecting the Southern Cross. In this South Pacific paradise, natural beauty reaches such perfection that Tahiti feels like a living dream of tropical Eden. Scattered across the azure waters of the South Pacific like emeralds on blue velvet, Vanuatu emerges as an archipelago of breathtaking volcanic beauty and pristine natural wonders. This Y-shaped chain comprises 83 islands, with 80 smaller islets, creating a paradise of mostly volcanic origin, located 539 kilometers northeast of New Caledonia. The nation's highest peak, Mount Tabomasina, soars to 1,879 meters on Espiritu Santo Island, dominating landscapes of rugged volcanic majesty. Most islands showcase dramatic terrain with rugged mountains covered in lush, dense rainforests that cascade down to pristine shores. Active volcanoes, including the legendary Mount Yasur on Tanna Island, create a living geological spectacle where fire meets paradise. The archipelago boasts sugar-white beaches that stretch along crystal-clear lagoons, protected by vibrant coral reefs teeming with marine life. Vanuatu's crown jewels are its famous blue holes, natural freshwater pools of such intense azure color they appear almost supernatural. Offshore coral reefs protect many islands, forming underwater gardens where colorful tropical fish dance among coral formations. The tropical and subtropical climate nurtures this volcanic paradise, where mountainous terrain meets azure lagoons in perfect harmony. Snorkeling in the blue holes reveals underwater worlds where countless fish swim in water so clear it feels like floating in liquid crystal. In Vanuatu, every island tells a story of volcanic birth and natural artistry, where fire-born peaks rise from turquoise waters to create one of the Pacific's most stunning island nations. A place where time seems to stand still, Lefou Island emerges from the Pacific Ocean as the largest jewel in New Caledonia's Loyalty Islands archipelago. This ancient coral atoll was formed nearly 2 million years ago, when a former submerged volcano was uplifted to its present shape. Known as the Island of Many Faces, Lefou offers countless beautiful places to discover. The island's natural beauty is simply breathtaking, with towering cliffs that overlook the Pacific Ocean, dense forests, and beaches fringed with towering columnar pines. The dramatic Jokin Cliffs, which rise 60 meters high, were once the walls of the island's ancient barrier reef and now offer dazzling views of the coastline. Pristine beaches boast fine white sand and transparent waters in idyllic settings adorned with coral rocks. The underwater caves and water holes create a little slice of heaven where visitors can enjoy torchlight snorkeling adventures. Hidden freshwater waterholes offer thrilling adventures where brave visitors can leap into pitch-black caves illuminated only by glimmers of sunlight. Since there are no surface streams due to the coralline limestone composition, fresh water can only be found in mysterious caves and wells. The underwater world showcases healthy reefs, caverns, and rocky formations with excellent visibility year-round. Elevated reef terraces contain huge tide pools at locations, creating natural bathing spots with spectacular views. The pristine chapel of Notre Dame de Lourdes sits like a white beacon among acres of vibrant green vegetation, gazing across the sparkling ocean from its secluded hilltop. The crystal blue waters, limestone cliffs, and white sandy beaches surrounding this virtually untouched island create an atmosphere of pure serenity. To visit Lefou is to walk sacred chieftain paths, swim in vanilla-scented lagoons, and share kava at dusk as Kanak elders trace stories in the sand. If you're craving adventure and natural beauty, look no further than the Isle of Pines, nicknamed the closest island to paradise in New Caledonia's pristine Pacific waters. This breathtaking island sits majestically southeast of Grande Terre. It earned its name from Captain James Cook in 1774, who marveled at its towering Araucaria columnaris pine forests. The island's crown jewel is the legendary natural pool at Oro Bay, where crystalline blue water is perfectly carved into coral formations. This natural rock pool, with its shallow, crystal-clear waters, allows colorful tropical fish to be visible from the surface. This makes it one of New Caledonia's most renowned underwater sanctuaries. The pristine white sandy beaches of Kudo Bay and Connemara Bay stretch endlessly along turquoise lagoons, providing ideal spots for relaxation among fine white sand dunes. Dense, untamed vegetation covers much of the island, creating a lush green canopy that shelters diverse flora and fauna in its tropical embrace. The dramatic coastline features intriguing geological formations where coral meets towering pine trees, creating a landscape unlike anywhere else in the Pacific. Ancient kauri trees, some centuries old, stand as living monuments to the island's rich natural heritage. The island's coral reefs create underwater gardens where snorkelers can explore vibrant marine ecosystems in crystal-clear visibility year-round. Traditional Kanak culture remains deeply embedded in the island's identity, with the indigenous name Kuni reflecting the profound Melanesian heritage. Tarawa is a breathtaking coral atoll in Kiribati, blessed with turquoise lagoons and crystal-clear waters teeming with marine life that create a stunning tropical paradise. The atoll features a large lagoon covering 500 square kilometers with a wide reef, offering spectacular views and pristine swimming conditions. North Tarawa serves as an ideal tropical paradise with beautiful beaches, nice landscapes, and opportunities to learn about local life and traditions. The island's traditional culture remains intact in North Tarawa, where visitors can experience authentic Kiribati lifestyle and customs. The Blue Lagoon stands out as a stunning natural pool on the northeast of South Tarawa, perfect for swimming and snorkeling in crystal-clear waters. The pristine, sun-kissed beaches provide the perfect backdrop for peaceful strolls, while the surrounding coral reefs showcase incredible marine biodiversity. Tarawa offers a unique blend of vibrant local culture and stunning lagoon views, with a culture deeply connected to the sea. Honolulu, the vibrant capital city of Hawaii, sits majestically on the island of Oahu in the central Pacific Ocean. This tropical paradise serves as the political, economic, and cultural heart of the Hawaiian Islands, blending ancient Polynesian traditions with modern American influences. The city's name translates to "sheltered harbor" in Hawaiian, reflecting its strategic position as a natural port that has welcomed visitors for centuries. Waikiki Beach, perhaps the most famous stretch of sand in the world, draws millions of tourists annually with its golden shores and perfect surfing conditions. The iconic Diamond Head crater looms over the city, offering hiking enthusiasts breathtaking panoramic views of the coastline and urban landscape below. Downtown Honolulu showcases a fascinating mix of architectural styles, from the historic Iolani Palace, the only royal palace on American soil, to gleaming modern skyscrapers. The city's diverse population creates a unique cultural tapestry, with influences from native Hawaiian, Asian, and mainland American communities. Pearl Harbor, located just west of the city, stands as a solemn reminder of World War II and houses several important military memorials. The tropical climate ensures year-round warmth, with trade winds providing natural air conditioning and making outdoor activities perpetually appealing. Honolulu's culinary scene reflects its multicultural heritage, featuring everything from traditional Hawaiian poke bowls to innovative fusion cuisine. The Honolulu Museum of Art and various cultural centers preserve and celebrate both local and international artistic traditions. Chinatown offers a glimpse into the city's immigrant history, with bustling markets, authentic restaurants, and traditional shops lining its narrow streets. The city serves as a major hub for Pacific trade and tourism, connecting the mainland United States with Asia and the broader Pacific region. Surfing culture permeates daily life, with locals and visitors alike taking advantage of the consistent waves that break along Oahu's southern shore. Despite rapid development and urbanization, Honolulu maintains its laid-back island atmosphere, where the spirit of aloha influences both business and personal interactions throughout the community. Each sunrise here unveils a landscape so vivid, it feels like magic casting its spell across the Garden Isle of Kauai. The northernmost and geologically oldest of the major Hawaiian islands, Kauai is estimated to be around 5 to 6 million years old. Spanning over 562 square miles and roughly 33 miles at its longest point, the island averages 26 miles in diameter, making it the fourth largest Hawaiian island by area. The nearly circular island is dominated by Mount Waialil, rising to 5,243 feet, which serves as the island's towering centerpiece and one of the wettest spots on Earth. Mount Waialil receives over 400 inches of rain per year, feeding the lush valleys and countless waterfalls that cascade down its emerald slopes. An estimated 3% of this bountiful green island is developed, with plenty of rugged wilderness to explore, preserving its pristine natural beauty for generations to come. The dramatic Napali coast presents towering sea cliffs and emerald valleys that can only be accessed by boat, helicopter, or challenging hiking trails. Due to the natural terrain of the Napali coastline and Waimea Canyon, it is impossible to drive all the way around the island, with no road that connects the west and north shores. "5 million years of erosion sculpted Kauai's beach bounty, its weathered cliffs surrendering to Hawaii's highest shoreline density, where golden crescents nestle between black lava fingers." Today, the population of Kauai is about 68,000, with more than 1 million visitors arriving each year to experience the island's unparalleled natural splendor. You can kayak the Wailua River, snorkel on Poipu Beach, or go ziplining above Kauai's lush valleys, each activity revealing new facets of the island's diverse ecosystem. The legendary Waimea Canyon, often called the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, stretches across the western side of the island, with its multicolored rock layers and deep gorges. It is the island's laid-back atmosphere and rich culture found in its small towns that make it truly timeless. Kauai's major resort areas offer distinct experiences and stunning views. This magical island captivates with its untamed beauty, where misty peaks meet golden beaches and rolling Pacific waves, creating a paradise that feels like a living postcard. What makes Maui the most enchanting of all Hawaiian islands? This magical isle was created by two volcanoes, which constitute East and West peninsulas, that has earned Maui the nickname of the Valley Isle. Maui is the second largest Hawaiian island, offering visitors an incredible diversity of landscapes within a relatively compact area. The island maintains a perfect balance between developed resort areas and pristine wilderness. Haleakala is home to the highest peak on Maui, at 10,023 feet, dominating the eastern half of the island with its massive volcanic presence. Remarkably, Haleakala is approximately 30,000 feet tall when measured from its base on the ocean floor, making it taller than Mount Everest, showcasing the true geological marvel beneath the Pacific waves. Haleakala National Park, created as a separate entity in 1961, including the crater, Kipahulu Valley, and the Ohio Gulch area on the eastern slope. The legendary Road to Hana represents one of the world's most spectacular coastal drives, winding through tropical rainforests and past countless waterfalls. This iconic route is approximately 64.4 miles long, featuring over 600 curves and 50 bridges as it winds along the northeastern coast from Kahului to the remote town of Hana. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to drive through a living postcard of paradise? Along this breathtaking journey, visitors encounter must-see attractions. The tiny town of Hana itself, with fewer than 1,000 people, remains strongly Hawaiian due to less exposure to tourism and outside culture than any other area in Hawaii. The island's west side contrasts sharply with Hana's remote wilderness, featuring world-class resorts, championship golf courses, and the historic whaling town of Lahaina. Maui's beaches range from the golden sands of Kaanapali and Wailea to the unique red sand beach of Hana and the black volcanic shores created by ancient lava flows. The island was first settled by Polynesians about 700 CE, establishing the rich cultural foundation that continues to influence modern Maui life. never expected a place to change me. Then I found Raja Ampat, where the underwater world redefined everything I thought I knew about life on Earth. This mystical archipelago, comprising over 1,500 small islands, surrounds the four main islands of Misul, Salawati, Batanta, and Waigeo. These are the four kings that give Raja Ampat its name, derived from local mythology where four kings hatched from dragon eggs. At Indonesia's northwestern edge in West Papua lies a 40,000 square kilometer wonder, where emerald jungles meet an underwater realm so surreal, it rewrites the boundaries of nature's artistry. Raja Ampat, Earth's richest marine paradise, teems with vibrant coral and fish species unmatched anywhere. With an estimated 75% of the world's marine species residing here, every dive offers an encounter with evolutionary perfection. This is a major epicenter for marine life, with an incredible diversity of coral, fish, and mollusks creating underwater galleries more vibrant than any human artist could imagine. Here, whales glide alongside sea turtles and gentle giants like the whale shark. In 2013, Indonesia created its first shark and ray sanctuary, encompassing Raja Ampat's 46,000 square kilometers, protecting these magnificent creatures for future generations. Scuba diving here offers unique experiences with high numbers of reef sharks and manta rays, along with rare endemic species such as the tasseled wobbegong shark. Beneath the waves, coral-clad spires rise beside submerged mountains, their slopes alive with swirling mantas. Can you imagine drifting above vibrant coral that looks out of this world? Divers should expect strong currents and plankton-rich waters that fuel this marine paradise. In the world's richest reef system, 75% of known coral species dance with pygmy seahorses and walking sharks. The area also contains the largest national marine park in Indonesia, extending the protected marine ecosystem across vast stretches of the Pacific. There's something about Guam that makes you want to stay just a little longer than initially planned. This strategically positioned island measures 30 miles long and 9 miles wide, serving as America's westernmost territory and gateway to Asia. Located 3,800 miles west of Hawaii and 1,500 miles east of the Philippines, Guam occupies a crucial position in the Pacific. As the largest island in Micronesia, this U.S. territory is home to 164,229 inhabitants, creating a vibrant multicultural community. Nearly half the residents are indigenous Chamorro, while 25% are Filipino, with 24,000 military-related personnel contributing to the island's diverse population. The island features a northern limestone plateau covered in jungle and southern volcanic hills, offering dramatically different landscapes within a compact area. The Chamorro people, primarily of Austronesian descent, migrated from Southeast Asia around 2000 BCE, establishing the island's rich indigenous foundation. These Pacific Islanders endured 500 years of foreign influence, creating a unique blend of ancient traditions and modern American culture. Guam holds special significance in World War II history as the only U.S. territory occupied by Japanese forces. American forces liberated the island in 1944, landing at Asan and Agate beaches, marking a pivotal moment in Pacific warfare. This is a place where ancient traditions seamlessly blend with military presence and island life. Hagatna serves as the capital, while Dededo represents the largest city, each offering distinct glimpses into Guamanian culture. With a median age and nearly half the population identifying as Pacific Islander, Guam maintains its youthful energy and cultural diversity. Guam's shores have long anchored the ambitions of empires, leaving marks of conquest and resilience in the island's sands. Yet today, its Chamorro culture thrives ever stronger. Saipan emerges from the Pacific Ocean like a precious jade gem, its volcanic peaks draped in emerald forests that cascade down to pristine white sand beaches. This crown jewel of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands hosts many world-class resorts, stunning beaches, and remarkable nature sites. The tropical climate maintains perfect temperatures year-round, with gentle trade winds and warm sunshine, creating an eternal summer paradise. Coral reefs encircle the island in brilliant turquoise waters, creating underwater gardens. The island's interior reveals hidden waterfalls tumbling through lush valleys, where ancient flame trees burst into scarlet blooms against the backdrop of verdant mountainsides. Sunset Beach offers one of the Pacific's most spectacular evening displays, where the sun melts into the horizon in shades of gold, orange, and crimson. The Grotto, a magnificent underwater limestone cavern, beckons divers into its cathedral-like chambers, filled with ethereal blue light, filtering through hidden openings. Historical sites from World War II blend seamlessly with the island's natural beauty, creating poignant reminders of the past amid stunning landscapes where peace now reigns supreme. Banzai Cliff and Suicide Cliff stand as dramatic limestone promontories, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the endless Pacific stretching toward distant horizons. A timeless sanctuary, the Whitsunday Islands rise from Queensland's crystal-clear waters like emerald jewels scattered across a sea of sapphire. The Whitsundays is made up of 74 stunning islands, located right in the heart of the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, creating an archipelago that defines tropical paradise in its purest form. Located along Queensland's central coast, the islands and mainland towns of the Whitsundays offer everything you'd expect from a tropical paradise. This neighborhood of climate change arcs are also critical for coastal bird species, preserving nature's sanctuary in its most pristine state. Whitehaven Beach stretches 7 kilometers in length and is famous for its white silica sands, with the sand made from 98.9% pure silica, which gives it its unique white color and a particularly fine powdery grain. The silica retains heat and makes it a fantastic place to walk on barefoot, even on a hot day. At Hill Inlet, watch tides finger paint the sand, aquamarine currents braiding with powdered quartz in patterns that vanish by moonrise. These islands anchor the reef's nursery. Whales birth in sheltered bays. Ancient dugongs patrol meadows, making responsible boating crucial to protect their aquatic corridors. Many people dream of sailing through waters so clear that coral gardens bloom visibly beneath their yacht. Bordering the Great Barrier Reef, the Whitsunday Islands teem with marine life and reveal coral cathedrals in pink, orange, and purple. The majority of the Whitsunday Islands are uninhabited national park islands, but 4 islands offer a variety of resort accommodation, all with fringing reefs at their doorstep. Hamilton Island has more than 60 activities to choose from, offering luxury amid untouched wilderness. Airlie Beach on the mainland serves as the gateway to this popular destination, where adventure begins with the first glimpse of these magical islands on the horizon. Home to the Ngaro people for millennia, with strong connections to mainland Juru and Jia peoples, these islands carry ancient stories in their very sands and winds. In the Whitsundays, untouched wilderness meets indulgent luxury. Ancient stories linger in modern comforts, and every sunset is a masterpiece in motion. Taal Volcano is among the most captivating geological marvels within the Pacific Ring of Fire, strategically situated amid a vast web of volcanic activity surrounding the ocean basin. As a highly active site, it reflects the dynamic tectonic forces that drive the region's frequent eruptions and seismic events. Located on the main Philippine island of Luzon, only 50 kilometers from Manila, this highly explosive subduction zone volcano poses a potential threat to more than 21 million people in the metropolitan area. The volcano occupies a crater lake with a maximum width of 15 miles, sitting at less than 10 feet above sea level. Volcano Island, measuring 5 kilometers wide, sits in north-central Lake Taal and serves as the location of all observed eruptions, forming the remarkable phenomenon of a volcano within a lake. This creates an incredible nested geography, where Taal Lake has an island that contains a lake that contains another island, making it one of the Pacific's most complex volcanic systems. As one of the most active volcanoes in the Philippines, it has produced around 35 recorded eruptions since 3580 BCE. The devastating 1911 eruption claimed over 1,300 lives, illustrating the destructive power of Pacific Ring of Fire volcanism. This complex volcano in southwestern Luzon is part of the Bacolod Corridor, an area of active volcanism that reflects the Philippines' position along major Pacific tectonic boundaries. The Pacific Ring of Fire spans about 24,900 miles, where most of the world's earthquakes and volcanic events take place, with Taal serving as a prime example of this dynamic system. Despite its beauty as a lake-filled caldera, Taal remains one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the Philippines, constantly monitored due to its position in the restless Pacific Ring of Fire. A single volcanic eruption in 1991 temporarily cooled the entire planet by half a degree Celsius, and that eruption came from Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines. Positioned strategically on the Ring of Fire, the horseshoe-shaped zone that runs 25,000 miles roughly along the edges of the Pacific Ocean, characterized by earthquakes and more than 450 volcanoes. Located about 55 miles northwest of Manila, Mount Pinatubo rose to approximately 4,800 feet before its catastrophic 1991 eruption, marking the first major activity in 600 years. The eruption injected nearly 20 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere, dispersing this gas cloud around the world. As a subduction-related volcano formed by the Eurasian Plate diving beneath the Philippine Plate, Pinatubo exemplifies the dynamic tectonic forces constantly reshaping the Pacific Rim. The Ring of Fire surrounds several tectonic plates, including the vast Pacific Plate and smaller Philippine Plate, with many subducting under continental plates they border. Before 1991, dense forests heavily eroded and obscured Pinatubo, supporting several thousand indigenous Ayetas who were largely unaware of its explosive history. "75% of the world's active volcanoes are located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, making this region the most geologically active zone on Earth. The eruption's sulfur dioxide injection contributed to temporary cooling that altered weather patterns and reversed some effects of global warming for several years. Mount Rainier rises majestically over 14,000 feet southeast of Seattle, standing as the tallest peak in Washington's Cascade Range. This snow-capped giant sits just 100 miles from the Pacific Ocean, making it part of the famous Ring of Fire that circles the Pacific. The Cascade volcanoes define the Pacific Northwest section of the Ring of Fire, with all major U.S. volcanic eruptions in the past 200 years occurring in this range. Mount Rainier formed because the Juan de Fuca Plate beneath the Pacific Ocean slides under the North American continent, creating the volcanic activity that built this mountain. The Pacific Ocean plays a crucial role in Mount Rainier's existence, as oceanic crust diving beneath the continent melts and rises to create these towering volcanic peaks. The Cascade Mountains stretch over 1,100 kilometers from British Columbia through Washington and Oregon to Northern California, forming a volcanic spine along the Pacific coast. Pacific storms regularly dump massive amounts of snow on Mount Rainier, feeding the largest glacier system in the lower 48 states, with over 35 square miles of ice and snow. mountain serves as a weather maker, catching moisture from Pacific storms and creating its own climate systems that can be seen from hundreds of miles away. Mount Rainier is one of about 24 active volcanoes in the Cascade Range, part of a volcanic system that began forming 37 million years ago. The Pacific's influence extends beyond geology, as the ocean's storms and weather patterns shape the mountain's dramatic glacial landscape throughout the year. Local Native American tribes viewed Mount Rainier as a sacred connection between earth and sky, understanding its relationship to the Great Pacific Waters long before modern science. More than 500 volcanoes have erupted in the last 1,000 years, with nearly 4/5 forming the Pacific Ring of Fire, placing Mount Rainier in this global volcanic network. The mountain's volcanic nature means it could erupt again, as the Pacific Ocean floor continues pushing beneath North America in an endless geological dance. Mount Rainier represents the perfect marriage of Pacific Ocean forces and continental geology, creating one of America's most iconic and potentially dangerous volcanoes. Where the mountains kiss the clouds and rivers carve stories through the land, Moorea emerges from the South Pacific as a volcanic masterpiece sculpted by ancient forces. This triangular island represents the remains of an ancient, half-eroded volcano, creating rugged and mountainous terrain blessed with countless streams and fertile soils. Volcanic peaks rise majestically across the landscape to heights of nearly 4,000 feet, dominating every vista with their dramatic presence that pierces the tropical sky. The island spans 144 square miles of pristine wilderness, creating an intimate paradise where every corner reveals breathtaking natural beauty carved by millennia of geological forces. Ancient volcanic ridges and deep valleys create a landscape where waterfalls cascade down moss-covered cliffs into pools of the clearest water imaginable. The coral reefs surrounding the island burst with marine life, creating underwater gardens where crystal-clear lagoons sparkle in impossible shades of turquoise and blue. Schools of tropical fish dance through the pristine waters while reef sharks patrol these protected seas in graceful silence. Lush valleys wind between towering peaks, where tropical vegetation creates a green carpet that extends from mountain summits to coral shores in endless waves of emerald. The island's lagoons offer waters so transparent they seem like liquid glass, revealing every detail of the thriving coral gardens that have flourished for thousands of years. Visitors can encounter playful rays and diverse marine species in an underwater world that rivals any aquarium with its natural abundance and clarity. The dramatic landscape blends fire-born mountains with living reefs, showcasing a perfect harmony between ancient geological forces and vibrant marine ecosystems. Dense tropical forests cloak the volcanic slopes, creating a paradise where exotic birds call from hidden canopies and rare plants bloom in spectacular displays of color. Rivers flow from mountain heights through verdant valleys, carrying the island's life-giving waters from cloud-kissed peaks to coral-fringed shores. The island's breathtaking landscapes create a living masterpiece, where emerald mountains rise directly from turquoise lagoons in nature's most spectacular display of beauty. Beneath its fiery heart, this Pacific jewel endlessly unveils new marvels, where primal forces sculpted a sanctuary of steam, lava, and impossible beauty. To walk through Opunohu Bay is to trace the footsteps of history and dreamers alike, where ancient Polynesian spirits still whisper through the tropical breeze. This sacred bay is where Captain James Cook first moored in Moorea, marking a pivotal moment in Pacific exploration. The valley features over 500 recorded ruins and sacred sites called marae, making it one of the most important archaeological treasures in French Polynesia. Ancient stone temples dot the landscape, with the most visible marae featuring a basalt perimeter wall 40 meters long and 17 meters wide. The bay offers tranquil anchorage with crystal-clear waters and sandy bottoms, creating perfect conditions for contemplation and exploration. Dense tropical vegetation nurtures this fertile valley, making it the island's primary freshwater reservoir that locals call Moorea's lung. The surrounding mountains create dramatic silhouettes against the sky, with one peak featuring a distinctive hole through its summit. Calm waters reflect spectacular sunrises and towering volcanic peaks, offering visitors moments of pure serenity where time seems suspended. A marked path connects various ancient platforms surrounded by magnificent Tahitian chestnut trees, allowing journeys through centuries of human history. Around 220 ritual platforms exist in central Moria, many hidden deep in the bush waiting to reveal their ancient secrets. The bay serves as a fishing haven, where fresh catch is commonly sold roadside, connecting modern life with traditional practices. Crystal clear waters mirror not only surrounding peaks but also the dreams of countless voyagers who found sanctuary here. Every gentle wave carries echoes of ancient chants and whispered hopes of modern travelers seeking connection with nature. The valley creates a living museum where basalt stones tell stories of ceremonies, rituals, and daily life from centuries past. Earth, history, and spirit fuse flawlessly here. Between temple carvings worn by prayerful hands, jungle canopies teeming with life, and vistas that steal your breath mid-prayer. A fusion of old-world charm and modern marvels, Monterey dances between centuries, where weathered adobe walls meet sparkling glass facades in perfect coastal harmony. This enchanting city stretches along the curve of a pristine bay, where cypress trees sculpted by ocean winds frame views of endless blue horizons. Morning fog rolls in like silk curtains, wrapping the peninsula in mystery before revealing sun-drenched streets lined with blooming bougainvillea and fragrant eucalyptus. The waterfront promenade invites leisurely strolls past weathered piers and historic buildings, where the scent of salt air mingles with fresh seafood and coastal blooms. Cannery Row's rustic charm captivates visitors with its blend of industrial heritage and seaside romance, where converted warehouses now house galleries, shops, and ocean view restaurants. Victorian mansions perch gracefully on hillsides overlooking the bay, their ornate details creating elegant silhouettes against dramatic coastal skies. The famous scenic drive winds through landscapes of sculptured coastline, where dramatic cliffs drop into foaming surf and hidden coves shelter pristine beaches. Downtown streets reveal intimate courtyards and adobe courtyards where Spanish colonial architecture. The harbor comes alive with colorful fishing boats bobbing against weathered docks. Kelp forests sway just offshore like underwater cathedrals, visible through crystal clear waters that reflect the changing moods of coastal light. The city's beaches offer golden sand, stretches where families gather for picnics, and tide pool explorations reveal miniature worlds of sea creatures. Pine-covered headlands provide dramatic backdrops for romantic sunset walks, where the day's last light paints the sky in shades of coral and gold. Quaint neighborhoods wind through rolling hills dotted with fairy tale cottages and secret gardens where roses climb over white picket fences. The marina sparkles with pristine yachts and sailboats, creating a postcard-perfect scene where masts sway gently against the backdrop of distant mountains. Ocean breezes carry the music of waves and seabirds through tree-lined streets, creating a natural symphony that defines coastal California living. Artists and dreamers have always been drawn to certain places where creativity seems to flow from the very landscape itself. Laguna Beach, often dubbed an art colony, boasts over 50 galleries and studios, making it Southern California's top artistic destination. Often referred to as the Riviera of the Americas, creating a Mediterranean-like atmosphere that has inspired countless artists throughout the decades. Much of the town's beauty, however, is not man-made. Laguna's 6-mile scalloped coastline includes romantic sea coves, untouched seaside cliffs, and a variety of distinct experiences. The dramatic cliffs plunge directly into the Pacific Ocean, creating intimate beaches tucked between rocky headlands where turquoise waters lap against golden sand. Main Beach is where you want to be for all of the action. This is the most crowded beach in Laguna, and the one where you will find the most things to do, serving as the vibrant heart of this artistic community. The town's Mediterranean-style architecture creates charming courtyards and hidden passageways where visitors can discover intimate cafes and artisan shops. This oceanfront park has numerous walking trails, gardens, a marine refuge with tide pools, picnic areas with barbecues, and lawn bowling greens. Coastal bluffs provide spectacular vantage points for watching spectacular sunsets paint the sky in brilliant oranges and purples that reflect off the calm Pacific waters. The crystal-clear tide pools reveal miniature underwater worlds where sea anemones, hermit crabs, and colorful fish create living art galleries accessible at low tide. Eucalyptus and palm trees frame panoramic ocean views, while bougainvillea cascades over garden walls in explosions of magenta and coral. The summer months bring plein air artists who set up easels along the bluffs, capturing the ever-changing light that dances across the water throughout the day. Could there be a more perfect place where natural beauty and artistic expression unite to create something truly magical? Morro Rock, formed about 23 million years ago from the plugs of long-extinct volcanoes, rises 576 feet from the Pacific waters as a dramatic sentinel that has guided mariners for over 300 years. This volcanic monolith rising from the depths of the sea has guided generations of fish captains home, their holds brimming with the freshest California catch. Portuguese explorer named the rock El Morro in 1542, with Morro meaning crown-shaped hill in Spanish. Sometimes called the Gibraltar of the Pacific, Morro Rock is the last peak of the Nine Sisters, which extend from San Luis Obispo to Morro Bay. Originally surrounded by water, the Army built a large artificial breakwater and road across the north end of the harbor, linking Morro Rock and the mainland. Today, Morro Rock serves as a historic landmark and bird sanctuary home to peregrine falcons, seagulls, and all manner of waterfowl which thrive along the rocky landscape. The harbor stands as the only all-weather, small-craft, commercial and recreational harbor between Santa Barbara and Monterey. Wildlife lovers get thrills from spotting harbor seals, sea otters, and California sea lions. Sea otters are most active in the morning, often spotted floating on their backs in the estuary, cracking shells on their bellies or carrying their young. Kayaking near Morro Rock provides a unique perspective of this iconic landmark, though stronger currents make it perfect for those wanting a challenge. Visitors can shuck fresh oysters while gazing at the bay where they're farmed, hike Black Hill for spectacular ocean views, or explore colorful tide pools. Surfers, picnickers, kite flyers, and sunbathers flock to the beach located just north of the rock. The charming waterfront features antique shops and art galleries, perfect for leisurely exploration. From Morro Rock's rugged beauty to the Embarcadero's coastal charm, kayak, hike, and explore, where nature's wonders unfold at every turn. Imagine standing on the edge of a continent where ancient rainforests meet the endless Pacific Ocean. Vancouver Island is the largest island on North America's Pacific coast, creating a wilderness paradise that defies every expectation. It is the world's 43rd largest island, Canada's 11th largest island, and Canada's second most populous island after the island of Montreal. The island is separated from the mainland by a network of straits, creating a natural sanctuary surrounded by pristine waters. This magnificent national park is the only one entirely on the island, protecting vast rainforests and a stunning marine environment along the wild coast. Around 80 resident orcas thrive near Vancouver Island's southern coast, turning whale watching into a breathtaking experience. From bear watching and kayaking with whales to camping in wolf territory, the island offers wildlife encounters. Vancouver Island is full to the brim with so much marine life that a fishing trip here really is a no-brainer, with waters teeming with salmon and countless other species. The ancient secrets and mysteries of the coastal rainforest create cathedral-like groves where towering cedars and firs have stood for centuries. Pristine beaches stretch along rugged coastlines where storm watching becomes an art form, with massive Pacific swells crashing against dramatic cliffs. From the calm and pristine waters of Lake Cowichan to the churning Pacific waters off the coast of Tofino, the island offers diverse aquatic adventures for every skill level. Mountain ranges bisect the island, creating opportunities for hiking through alpine meadows carpeted with wildflowers during the brief summer months. Victoria, the charming capital city, blends British colonial architecture with vibrant gardens that bloom year-round in the mild coastal climate. The island's temperate climate nurtures lush ecosystems where moss-draped forests create an otherworldly atmosphere of green tranquility. Remote coastal communities like Tofino and Ukluale offer surf culture and eco-luxury resorts where visitors can disconnect from the world while connecting with nature's raw power. Over millions of years, relentless ocean currents and powerful tides carved through solid granite to create one of nature's most spectacular masterpieces at the very tip of Mexico's Baja Peninsula. Cabo San Lucas's iconic arch, a testament to over 1 million years of oceanic erosion, was formed from a collapsed enormous cave, transforming raw stone into the landmark it is today. The Arch of Cabo San Lucas is a distinctive granitic rock formation at the southern tip of Cabo San Lucas. Known as El Arco, or the Arch, this 200-foot granite rock formation towers 3 stories above the meeting point of the Pacific Ocean and the Sea of Cortez. Here's a surprising fact. The arch was there before the sea, as roughly 30 million years ago, large-scale tectonic plate shifts began to split the Baja California Peninsula from mainland Mexico. The spectacular natural shape was carved by strong ocean currents through the process of erosion and weathering over millions of years. The taffy-colored arch, roughly 3 stories high, is a splendid example of organic architecture where nature serves as the ultimate sculptor. This stone bridge divides realms. To one side, the Pacific's thunderous kingdom of whitecaps. To the other, secret pools where light dances on liquid mercury, proving even the wildest seas have gentle edges. Here, the iconic El Arco rock formation frames the confluence of waters and shelters a colony of sea lions that bask in the Mexican sunshine. The arch and its neighboring granite pinnacles, favored by nesting seabirds. This arch separates the Gulf of California from the Pacific Ocean, where avid observers notice distinct fish. Visitors can explore this natural wonder by boat, kayak, or paddleboard, getting up close to witness the geological forces that shaped this landmark. The surrounding granite pinnacles create a dramatic seascape where marine life thrives in the protected waters between towering rock formations. Nature carved El Arco over millions of years, making it a landmark for sailors and fishermen who have navigated these waters for centuries. The sea's chisel and the wind's brush crafted this arch, nature's signature etched in stone, framing Mexico's wild beauty for eternity. Golden beaches stretch endlessly along Banderas Bay, where azure waters meet the Sierra Madre Mountains in a perfect embrace of sea and sky. Puerto Vallarta's tropical climate, protected Pacific Bay, and natural geography make this western resort town a main attraction for the affluent and adventurous traveler alike. Playa Los Muertos, located in the heart of Puerto Vallarta, offers brown sugar sand lined with beach clubs and restaurants. The warm Pacific waters of Banderas Bay maintain ideal swimming conditions year-round. Playa Colomitos is considered to be the smallest beach in Mexico and is accessible by water taxi, offering an intimate and secluded beach experience away from the crowds. The coastline features pristine sandy shores, where visitors can enjoy sunbathing under the Mexican Sunday. Beach clubs and oceanfront restaurants serve fresh seafood and tropical cocktails, with unobstructed views of the spectacular Pacific coastline. Giant mantas and sea turtles glide through the warm waters, while on land you can spot the endangered blue-footed booby and some 90 other bird species. The beaches come alive at sunset when the sky transforms into brilliant shades of orange and pink. Crystal clear waters invite snorkeling adventures among tropical fish, where the marine biodiversity creates underwater gardens just steps from the sandy shore. Water sports enthusiasts can enjoy kayaking, paddleboarding, and jet skiing in the bay's calm waters. The sandy shores provide ideal conditions for romantic evening walks, where couples can stroll as gentle waves wash over their feet in this tropical paradise. Beach volleyball courts and palapas dot the shoreline, where visitors can enjoy active recreation or simply relax under traditional thatched umbrellas. Sea turtles occasionally visit these beaches during nesting season, creating magical wildlife encounters for fortunate beachgoers who witness these ancient rituals. This coastal paradise combines protected bay waters, golden sand beaches, and diverse marine life, ensuring every day offers new opportunities for beach lovers and water enthusiasts. Not all those who wander are lost, especially not here, where every trail through Manuel Antonio National Park leads to discoveries that redefine what paradise means. This 1,983-hectare protected area on Costa Rica's Central Pacific coast is among its smallest, yet most biodiverse parks. The park protects critical habitat for endangered species, including the Central American squirrel monkey, found nowhere else in Costa Rica, along with over 350 bird species and countless other wildlife. Within the park, Playa Espadilla Sur, Playa Manuel Antonio, and Playa Puerto Escondido offer a rare blend of incredible biodiversity and tropical beach perfection in one stunning location. Well-maintained trails wind through primary and secondary rainforest, leading to scenic viewpoints that showcase dramatic coastlines where emerald jungle meets azure Pacific waters. Wildlife enthusiasts often spot three-toed sloths in the canopy, white-faced capuchin monkeys playing in trees. The park's main trail is easily accessible for all fitness levels, while more challenging paths lead to secluded beaches and elevated viewpoints with breathtaking panoramic vistas. Cathedral Point, accessible by a moderate hike, offers one of Costa Rica's most photographed scenic overlooks. The park's beaches are ideal for swimming, snorkeling, and simply relaxing under the shade of coconut palms and beach almond trees. Marine life thrives in the protected waters, with opportunities to spot dolphins, sea turtles, and tropical fish species while snorkeling in the calm bays. The park's unique location creates microclimates that support an extraordinary variety of plant species, from massive cecropia trees to delicate orchids hidden throughout the forest understory. Educational programs and guided tours help visitors understand the complex ecosystem relationships and conservation efforts that protect this natural treasure. Some places change your view, but Manuel Antonio changes your heart. The moment you arrive in Carrillo, something shifts. The frantic pace of modern life dissolves into the gentle rhythm of ocean waves and tropical breezes. This pristine beach town on Costa Rica's Guanacaste Peninsula perfectly embodies a coastal escape, boasting a crescent-shaped bay of powdery white sand that stretches for miles along the Pacific. Carrillo Beach consistently ranks among Costa Rica's most beautiful beaches, protected by a natural reef that creates calm, swimmable waters ideal for families and relaxation seekers. The town maintains an authentic Costa Rican charm, far removed from the commercial development that has transformed other coastal destinations. Coconut palms sway gently along the shoreline, providing natural shade for beachgoers who come to swim, snorkel, or simply bask in the tropical paradise. The calm waters make Carrillo particularly appealing for stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, and safe swimming, while the consistent offshore winds attract kitesurfers and windsurfers. Local restaurants serve fresh seafood caught daily by fishermen who still launch their boats from the beach at dawn, maintaining traditions that have existed for generations. The surrounding area offers excellent opportunities for wildlife observation, with howler monkeys, iguanas, and exotic birds frequently spotted in the coastal vegetation. Austjanal National Wildlife Refuge is a critical nesting site for olive ridley sea turtles, offering visitors the unique opportunity to witness mass turtle arrivals, known as arribadas, during specific times of the year. Carrillo's sunsets are legendary, painting the sky in brilliant oranges and purples as the sun disappears into the Pacific horizon. The town's relaxed atmosphere encourages visitors to slow down, disconnect from technology, and reconnect with nature's simple pleasures. Come for the sights, stay for the soul. That's Carrillo. Start your morning with mountain mist and end with starlit silence. Welcome to Uvita Beach, where Costa Rica's southern Pacific coast reveals one of its most spectacular natural formations. This pristine coastline is famous for its whale tail-shaped sandbar, Playa Colonia or Cola de Ballena, extending into the ocean at low tide, one of the country's most photographed natural landmarks. Uvita, within Marino Ballena National Park, is a premier whale-watching destination. The beach's dark volcanic sand stretches for miles, backed by lush rainforest that meets the water's edge, creating a dramatic contrast between emerald jungle and deep blue Pacific waters. During low tide, visitors can walk out onto the Whale Tail Formation and explore tide pools filled with colorful marine life, including starfish, sea urchins, and tropical fish. The calm waters on the protected side of the formation make it ideal for swimming, snorkeling, and stand-up paddleboarding, while the ocean side offers consistent waves for surfing. beach's dark volcanic sand, backed by lush rainforest meeting the water, creates a dramatic contrast of emerald jungle and deep blue Pacific. The surrounding area boasts incredible biodiversity, offering waterfalls, jungle hikes, and wildlife observation opportunities to spot scarlet macaws, toucans, and three-toed sloths. Adventure activities include dolphin watching tours, sport fishing excursions, and canopy ziplining through the coastal rainforest. The town has a relaxed, bohemian vibe with yoga retreats, farmers markets, and sunset ceremonies, fostering a community focused on wellness and environmental consciousness. Local restaurants serve fresh seafood caught by traditional fishermen who still launch their boats from the beach each morning. Because in the end, it's not just about the destination, but how you feel standing on that whale's tail, watching the Pacific stretch endlessly, knowing you've discovered something truly magical. Easter Island stands in isolation 2,200 miles west of Chile, making it one of the most remote inhabited islands in the world. There are around 1,000 known Moai statues on Easter Island, with a total of 887 monolithic stone statues inventoried on the island. The large stone statues were carved in the period 1100–1680 CE, though they are often misidentified as Easter Island heads, despite being full-body sculptures. The large stone sculptures are called Moai Aringa Ora, meaning the living face of our ancestors, built in homage to deceased kings. This isolated triangle measures 14 miles long by 7 miles wide and was formed by volcanic eruptions. The Rapa Nui developed a distinct architectural and artistic culture that reached its zenith during the 10th to 16th centuries. Geologically one of the youngest inhabited territories on Earth, Easter Island was historically one of the most isolated places on the planet. The Atacama Desert has the distinction of being the driest place on Earth outside of Antarctica, where rainfall occurs only 2 to 4 times per century. This vast desert stretches along Chile's Pacific coast, positioned between the ocean and the towering Andes Mountains in a unique geographical setting. Located in Arica, Chile, its annual rainfall is only 0.03 inches, making it so arid that NASA uses it to study potential life on Mars. The desert sits between the Andes and Chilean Coast Range, creating a two-sided rain-shadow effect, that blocks Pacific Ocean moisture from reaching inland areas. The cold Peru Current flowing north along the Pacific coast contributes to the desert's extreme aridity by creating atmospheric conditions that prevent rainfall. This diverse landscape features sand dunes, salt flats, geysers, volcanoes, canyons, and valleys that extend from the Pacific shores to high Andean plateaus. El Tatio contains 80 active geysers, making it the world's third largest geyser field at 14,170 feet above sea level. Over 70 geysers create steamy explosions, while 100 fumaroles release volcanic gases from deep underground. San Pedro de Atacama serves as the main town, situated on an arid high plateau surrounded by dramatic desert landscapes. The Val de la Luna showcases a lunar-like depression with otherworldly rock formations that resemble alien terrain. The desert hosts major astronomical observatories, including the Atacama Large Millimeter Array, taking advantage of clear Pacific coastal skies. Multicolored lagoons and thermal baths create oases of life in this harsh environment between the Pacific Ocean and Andes Mountains. White salt flats stretch endlessly across the desert floor, creating mirror-like surfaces that reflect both the intense desert sun and distant Pacific horizons. Caught between the Pacific's endless blue and the Andes' jagged spine, this raw wilderness mesmerizes with its otherworldly landscapes. Sometimes the most captivating destinations are the ones that whisper, rather than shout their beauty to the world. Tongoy is a Chilean coastal town in the commune of Coquimbo, located 42 kilometers south of La Serena, on a rocky promontory opposite the Pacific Ocean. This fishing town sits on a peninsula divided into two beaches, with Playa Grande and Socos being the most notable stretches of coastline. Playa Blanca, with its white sand and crystal clear waters, ranks among the most beautiful beaches in Chile, featuring a picturesque crescent of sand backed by hills. Socos Beach stretches 4 kilometers long with calm waters and small waves, making it perfect for families seeking tranquil seaside experiences. This quiet coastal town offers a serene atmosphere where visitors can escape noise and enjoy miles of beaches, perfect for sunbathing, beach games, and leisurely strolls along the shoreline. As the sun dips below the horizon, Kailoe Island transforms into a mystical realm where ancient legends come alive in the twilight mist. The main attraction in Castro, Kailoe Island, is the row of palafitos, which are colorful wooden houses on stilts along the river. These houses typically consist of a base of stilts or piles with a gable roof and a central kitchen to help heat the entire home. In Kailo, people construct homes from scratch using carpentry traditions passed down through generations. Exploring the landscapes of Kailo Island is also an immersion into a universe of magic and mystery, where myths come to life through the stories of its inhabitants and their traditions. Myth tells of Kaikai Vilu, the serpentine water god who sought to flood Chile's coast, while earth deity Trentren Vilu fought valiantly, saving the land but leaving it forever fractured into islands. The famous Minga, translating to a meeting of neighbors and friends to do some free work for the community, refers to communal events like harvest gatherings. Rainbow palafitos hover over tidal flats. 16th century churches smell of native Alurse wood, and mythic tales season every bowl of Curanto stew served in fog-kissed fishing coves. To eat Curanto here is to taste Kilaue's magic, where Pincoya's ocean bounty meets Mapuche earth oven traditions. The island's rolling green hills stretch toward a rugged coastline where ancient spirits are said to roam beneath the southern Chilean skies. Biologists from the Chilean University Austral have identified approximately 420 different varieties of potatoes on the archipelago, showcasing the agricultural richness that has sustained communities for centuries. Evening fog rolls in from the Pacific, wrapping the wooden churches and stilt houses in an ethereal blanket that seems to blur the line between reality and folklore. Fishermen return at dusk, boats low with the day's catch, as waves lap at the palafito's legs. Some swear they see the Pincoya's shadow dancing in the deep. This is Kailo, practical magic made real through palafitos, Curanto feasts, and sunsets that turn the Pacific into liquid gold. The mighty Clutha River commands respect as New Zealand's swiftest and highest volume river. Stretching 340 kilometers through the South Island, this magnificent waterway ranks as the country's second longest river. Rising in the southern Alps and flowing from Lake Wanaka, the river carves its way southeast through dramatic narrow gorges toward the Pacific Ocean. The Clutha is renowned for its stunning scenery, fascinating gold rush history, and distinctive swift turquoise waters that captivate every visitor. During the 1,862nd gold rush, Central Otago experienced its largest mining boom, with numerous settlements quickly established along the gold-rich Clutha and its tributaries. Heritage cruises today explore perfectly preserved 1,862nd gold mines at Doctors Point and Butchers Point. Once a vital timber highway, the Kawarau's swirling currents carry daring log rafters through gauntlets of white water until the notorious Cromwell Gap. Low water levels occasionally reveal hidden secrets from the past, exposing remnants of mining operations and historical artifacts buried along the riverbank. The dramatic Roxburgh Gorge showcases spectacular schist rock formations that tower above the rushing waters, creating one of New Zealand's most impressive natural corridors. Adventure enthusiasts can experience the river's power through whitewater rafting that bring history to life. The surrounding landscape tells stories of human endeavor and hardship, where miners once sought their fortunes in these remote and rugged valleys. Modern hydroelectric stations harness the river's immense power, demonstrating how this natural force continues to shape New Zealand's future. The turquoise waters reflect towering mountain peaks and golden tussock grasslands, creating photography opportunities that capture Central Otago's raw beauty. So, when will you pack your bags and go? Let the Clutha's turquoise currents guide you. Golden sea lions bask on windswept beaches, while Hooker's sea lions patrol the surf, creating a wildlife spectacle that feels untouched by time along New Zealand's wildest Pacific coastline. The Catlins stretches 100 kilometers across the boundary between Otago and Southland regions, forming part of the spectacular southern scenic route that few travelers discover. Known in Maori as Te Akau Tai Toka, meaning the rocky southern shore, this remote coastal wilderness wraps around the southernmost tip of the South Island, where the Pacific Ocean meets rugged headlands. The name originates from Captain Edward Catlin, a whaling captain who first explored these treacherous yet beautiful waters. Within a 2-hour drive, visitors encounter golden coastlines, penguins, sea caves, and even a petrified forest that tells geological stories millions of years old. Lush rainforest meets diverse wildlife in an ecosystem where native birds share habitat with seals, dolphins, and rare yellow-eyed penguins. Rivers and waterfalls cascade through leafy hill country, where land rises sharply from coast to inland ranges. This completely overlooked region remains New Zealand's best-kept secret, offering solitude that modern travelers rarely experience. Cathedral caves reveal nature's architectural mastery during low tide, while Nugget Point Lighthouse stands sentinel over dramatic cliff formations jutting into the Pacific. Most facilities close during winter, but temperatures remain above zero with rarely any snow. Perched on the North Island's eastern coast, Castle Point is one of the wildest destinations the Pacific Ocean has gifted to New Zealand. Just an hour-and-a-half drive from Masterton, this place feels like Wairarapa's hidden gem that few travelers discover. The Castle Point Lighthouse stands proudly on the rocky headland since 1913, gazing out over the vast Pacific Ocean, with its relentless waves crashing below. The turquoise lagoon nestled alongside creates a stunning contrast with the salty waters of the mighty ocean. Castle Rock, that massive castle-shaped formation, is the icon of this place, where you can climb up for panoramic views of the Pacific coastline. This is also the only place on Earth where you'll find the rare Castle Point daisy, a special flower that grows exclusively on these limestone cliffs. The long, straight beach with golden sand is perfect for walking and feeling the raw power of the Pacific Ocean. Ancient coral formations create natural swimming pools when the tide retreats. You might spot seals, dolphins, and various seabirds that call this Pacific coastline home. Sunrise here is truly magical, as the sun emerges from the Pacific horizon, painting the entire sky golden. Photographers from everywhere come here to capture those epic moments of waves smashing against rocks in the evening light. This is where you truly feel the primal force of Pacific nature at its wildest. Castle Point isn't just beautiful. It carries the story of tectonic plates colliding beneath the Pacific Ocean floor millions of years ago. where the North Island's northeastern coast meets the sea. The Bay of Islands greets the Pacific in a sweeping, open-armed embrace. This stunning maritime paradise spreads across 144 subtropical islands that dot the crystal-clear Pacific waters like scattered emeralds. Just 3 hours north of Auckland, you'll discover what Captain Cook called one of the finest harbors in the Pacific when he first sailed these waters in 1769. The bay stretches 16 kilometers wide where ancient river valleys were flooded by the Pacific, creating the perfect playground for dolphins, whales, and big game fish. Paihia serves as your gateway to this Pacific wonderland, where you can hop on boats to explore secluded coves and pristine beaches that feel untouched by time. Motuarohia Island captivates visitors with its rich archaeological sites and regenerating native forests. From the famous hole in the rock to the towering Cape Brett Lighthouse, every corner tells stories of Maori culture and Pacific maritime history. The warm Pacific currents make these waters perfect for swimming, sailing, and spotting massive marlin that migrate through these Pacific feeding grounds. Golden sunrises over the Pacific, hidden caves carved by centuries of tides. The Bay of Islands wins hearts with its wild, windswept charm. Akaroa's pastel-painted cottages and winding streets echo its unique French colonial origins, offering a taste of Europe in the heart of New Zealand. The town rests on the shores of a volcanic crater harbor, known in Māori as Long Harbour, whose sheltering hills create perfectly calm waters that open eastward to the Pacific Ocean. Akaroa Bay's clear turquoise waters teem with rare Hector's dolphins, delighting visitors on wildlife cruises as they explore this protected Pacific inlet. Dawn light strikes the water as fishing vessels haul in fresh crayfish and blue cod from the rich Pacific feeding grounds for local cafes. The Akaroa Lighthouse, first casting its glow in 1880, now stands preserved at Cemetery Point, its watchful gaze forever turned toward the bay and the ships that sail in from the Pacific. The hexagonal wooden tower, once 270 foot above sea level, now offers panoramic views of the harbor meeting the Pacific horizon after a pleasant 15-minute walk from town. Lens apparatus sourced from France and Scotland flash every 10 seconds, guiding ships safely from the Pacific through the harbor entrance. Along the waterfront, boutique galleries display art inspired by the bay's ever-changing light reflecting off Pacific waters. Cyclists follow well-maintained coastal roads that wind through lush farmland and skirt the water's edge where land meets the Pacific. Nearby gardens burst into color each spring as lupins and rhododendrons paint the landscape in vibrant hues against the Pacific backdrop. As dusk falls, lanterns along the quay cast a warm glow on cobblestone paths, blending maritime history with cozy atmosphere, while Pacific waves gently lap the shore. With its quaint museum, lively waterfront, and the bay's peaceful merge with the Pacific, Akaroa offers a coastal getaway that lingers in the soul. Cradled between the snow-capped Southern Alps and the wild Pacific, Christchurch, the South Island's largest city, blends English charm with untamed coastal beauty. The city spreads across the Canterbury Plains right at the edge of the Pacific coast, creating this unique blend of urban sophistication and coastal beauty. Christchurch has risen from devastating earthquakes to become New Zealand's most innovative city, proving that Pacific resilience runs deep in its veins. Combining architectural charm with art, New Zealand's South Island city is known as much for its innovation as its beauty. Its relaxed vibe and genuine hospitality are part of its natural charm that welcomes visitors from around the world. More than a decade after two earthquakes devastated the city, it is being rebuilt and reimagined with remarkable resilience and innovation. Christchurch has transformed into a captivating urban center where charming heritage buildings meet modern architecture in perfect harmony. The city offers opportunities to explore vibrant street art and new retail concepts that showcase contemporary creative energy. A thriving food and drink scene flourishes throughout the city, where creativity serves as the key ingredient in every culinary experience. Much of the city's land is devoted to parks, public gardens, and other recreation areas, earning its reputation as the Garden City. In the central city, more and more attractions and businesses reopen to the public each day, creating an atmosphere of constant renewal and growth. Many travelers find Christchurch to be a peaceful, tolerant, and friendly place that embraces diversity and welcomes international visitors. The city seamlessly blends natural beauty with urban sophistication, creating an environment where outdoor adventures and cultural experiences coexist. Wide boulevards and green spaces provide breathing room in the urban landscape, while modern developments showcase architectural innovation. Christchurch perfectly captures that magical Kiwi lifestyle, where you can ski the Alps in the morning and surf Pacific waves in the afternoon, all from one incredible base. The Coromandel Peninsula juts boldly into the Pacific Ocean from New Zealand's North Island, creating a natural barrier between the Hauraki Gulf and the endless Pacific waters. The peninsula was formed 150 million years ago through uplift and folding of the ocean floor, creating its distinctive mountainous landscape. The western shore faces the sheltered Hauraki Gulf, while the eastern side takes the full brunt of Pacific swells, creating dramatically different beach experiences on each coast. Gold was discovered in Coromandel in 1852, attracting miners to what became the peninsula's most historic settlement. The region was once covered in dense kauri forests, but these were systematically cut down in the second half of the 19th century for timber and kauri gum extraction. Captain Cook first discovered the area in 1769, thinking he had arrived in paradise and raising the Union Jack in New Zealand for the first time. Today, the peninsula is famous for Hot Water Beach, where naturally heated mineral water bubbles up from deep within the earth to emerge through golden sand. Visitors can dig their own spa pools in the sand at the southern end of the beach near the rocks during low tide. The peninsula features pristine beaches, hiking trails, and charming coastal towns like Whitianga and Thames. The coastal town of Coromandel sustains a tight-knit community of 1,790 residents thriving on tourism and its renowned mussel farming industry. The region offers diverse activities from fishing and diving to cycling and exploring historic gold mining sites. Archaeological evidence shows that Te Patukirikiri are the Tangata Whenua of the Coromandel area. The peninsula's proximity to Auckland makes it a popular weekend getaway destination for New Zealanders. Its combination of natural hot springs, pristine beaches, and rich history creates a unique tourism experience. Between thunderous ocean cliffs, emerald forests, and Earth's fiery whispers, what secrets make it so extraordinary? Carved from the South China Sea along the Pacific Rim, Victoria Harbour stands as one of the world's most magnificent natural deep-water harbors. This stunning waterway sits between Hong Kong Island and the Kowloon Peninsula, ranking as Asia's largest and the world's third-largest seaport. The harbor connects directly to the South China Sea, which forms part of the vast Pacific Ocean system that surrounds this vibrant Asian metropolis. Known as one of the world's 3 finest natural harbors, Victoria Harbour boasts exceptionally wide waters and impressive depth that have made Hong Kong a crucial Pacific trade gateway for centuries. From Tsim Sha Tsui, watch container ships and luxury yachts glide through Pacific waters beneath a skyline of skyscrapers. Each evening, the Symphony of Lights transforms the harbor into a glittering marvel, its reflections dancing across Pacific-fed waters between Hong Kong's iconic skylines. Star ferry boats have crisscrossed these waters since 1888, offering locals and tourists an affordable way to experience this Pacific maritime jewel up close. The Avenue of Stars celebrates Hong Kong's film industry, while providing front-row seats to watch the constant ballet of vessels entering from the South China Sea. Victoria Peak towers majestically above the harbor's southern shore, offering panoramic views that stretch from the urban waterway to the endless Pacific horizon beyond. Traditional Chinese junks still sail these waters alongside modern cruise ships arriving from Pacific ports across Asia, Australia, and North America. The harbor's strategic location on major Pacific shipping routes has transformed Hong Kong into a global financial center where East meets West on the edge of the world's largest ocean. During typhoon season, the harbor serves as a natural shelter for vessels seeking refuge from Pacific storms that sweep across the South China Sea. At dusk, Central's towers double themselves in Victoria Harbour's still golden waters. Port Moresby, Pacific gateway to 1,000 cultures, perched where ocean swells dissolve into mountain mist. This spectacular headland faces out into the Gulf of Papua, making it the largest city in the South Pacific, with around 350,000 residents. The harbor itself serves as a crucial Pacific gateway, where cargo ships and fishing vessels navigate between the protected waters and the open Pacific beyond. Traditional outrigger canoes still share these Pacific-connected waters with modern vessels, creating a fascinating blend of ancient Melanesian culture and contemporary Pacific trade. The nearby Coral Sea, which forms part of the Pacific Ocean system, provides some of the world's most pristine diving and snorkeling opportunities right at the city's doorstep. Port Moresby's strategic Pacific location has made it a vital hub for air and sea routes connecting Australia, Asia, and the Pacific Islands for over a century. The surrounding landscape showcases dramatic contrasts where Pacific coastal plains meet rugged highlands, creating unique ecosystems that support incredible biodiversity. Local markets overflow with fresh Pacific seafood, barramundi, mud crabs, and tropical fish caught in the rich waters where the Gulf of Papua meets the Coral Sea. Perched above the city, lose yourself in sunsets that melt into the Pacific horizon, while ancestral rhythms hum across the waves. Sydney, where the Pacific's blue embrace meets urban sophistication, offers the ultimate punctuation to a journey across the world's greatest ocean. This vibrant metropolis stretches along one of the world's most beautiful harbors, where the iconic Sydney Opera House create an unforgettable skyline against the Pacific backdrop. As the final destination in a Pacific adventure, Sydney offers travelers a chance to reflect on their oceanic journey. The city's numerous beaches, from the famous Bondi to the secluded Manly, provide direct access to Pacific waters where visitors can surf, swim, or simply watch the endless horizon. Sydney's position on the western rim of the Pacific makes it an ideal endpoint for those who have traversed this vast ocean. The Royal Botanic Gardens offer panoramic views across Sydney Harbour to the Pacific beyond, creating moments of tranquil contemplation. Cultural attractions like the Sydney Opera House host performances that celebrate both local Australian heritage and international Pacific cultures. The city's diverse neighborhoods, reflect the multicultural nature of Pacific Rim communities, making it a fitting finale for cultural exploration. From Circular Quay, ferries carry passengers across the harbor while seabirds soar overhead, connecting land and sea in perfect harmony. Sydney's restaurants serve fresh Pacific seafood alongside cuisines from across the Pacific region, creating a culinary culmination of oceanic flavors. The city's beaches come alive at sunset, when the Pacific Ocean transforms into a canvas of gold and crimson hues. Walking along the Bondi to Coogee Coastal Path, travelers can feel the Pacific breeze and hear the rhythmic waves that have accompanied them throughout their journey. Sydney's laid-back lifestyle embodies the relaxed Pacific spirit, making visitors want to linger longer. As night falls, the city lights reflect on the harbor waters, creating a magical finale to any Pacific exploration. Your Pacific journey deserves a spectacular ending. Sydney delivers with world-class beaches, vibrant culture, and that iconic harbor vista. Time to say goodbye to the Pacific, but not to the crazy blue waters, the freshest seafood feasts, and all those pinch-me moments we had out there. Whether the drama of lava cliffs meeting the sea or the quiet magic of atoll lagoons, every stop painted its masterpiece in salt water and sunlight. The warm hospitality of island communities and the serene beauty of untouched beaches have created a tapestry of human connection across this magnificent ocean. From fire-colored sunrises to underwater wonderlands, from village feasts to urban energy, the Pacific didn't just show us its beauty, it let us live it. This great ocean has revealed itself not just as a geographic wonder, but as a bridge connecting different worlds, traditions, and ways of life that span across continents. Though our physical journey ends here, the spirit of Pacific exploration and the memories forged across these waters will continue to inspire future adventures. Pacific Ocean, we carry your salt in our memories now. Thank you for horizons that stretched our souls. Until next swell.